as well. I've got really good internet. So I'll let you know. It says the
Yep.
broadcast is live. I'll go into Warriors NRL Fanatic. Just make sure it's live for you.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect. It's all working. Awesome. I'll put up a little
Alrighty then.
Instagram post as well.
All right.
So if people want to jump on. Hey guys, head on over to Warriors NRL Fanatics on YouTube. We're doing a joint tipping video. You'll see his tips. You've seen mine last night. We're going to be discussing the round over on Warriors NRL Fanatics. Yep, that's good, bro. All right, let's start.
All right. So, hey guys, Warriors NRL Fanatics here, back today with a live tipping video actually. So I did one of these a couple of weeks ago, and I did one with Nick from Australia. But today, joining me for the first time is I know a lot of people should know who he is already, but if you guys don't know already, thanks to entertain us. Welcome to the channel, and yeah, introduce who you are and what you do.
Yeah, guys. So I'm an NRL YouTuber for about 3 years now. I've been filming match day vlogs, perspectives of the game from basically a fan's point of view. Obviously, guys, I am a Parramatta Eels fan, but as you can see, I really do like wearing other teams or supporting other teams at games, and that's why you're seeing me in a Ponga and John shirt tonight. But I'm very passionate about what I do. Over 2,000 very loyal subscribers to the channel. And you guys know that I absolutely love to tip an upset when it comes to NRL tips.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, there's plenty of very interesting games this week. Obviously, tomorrow night, Thursday night, sees the Canberra Raiders versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's at GIO Stadium in Canberra. Yeah, what's your thoughts leading into this game? How do you think the game's going to go?
I think it's going to be a fairly. I think there's going to be a better defensive effort from South Sydney. Their defensive effort, obviously, they let in 30 points the other day. They're not going to be happy with that. If I'm being on form, South Sydney should probably win this by 10 plus. But I've actually gone for the Raiders here. I know that Josh Papali and Joseph Tarpany, as well as Jared Croker, are massive outs to the side. Obviously, Tarpany's only on the bench, but the thing is, how many minutes will he play off the bench? So, look, just due to the fact that it's in Canberra, if it was at ANZ, I'd probably lean towards the Rabbitohs. But I just think at fullback, you've got Cody Walker. Benji's great in the six, but Cody Walker is your fullback. I feel like Alex Johnston might have even been a better choice at fullback, but I tipped the Canberra Raiders to get a W for the first time in a month. I tipped Raiders 24 points to 18, even though this game is always low scoring.
Yeah, I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs here actually, even though it's in Canberra, because the Raiders, they haven't been I'd say they haven't been at their best lately. They haven't been at their best. A few inconsistent results, but I reckon they yeah, down in Canberra, the Rabbitohs are in good form at the moment. So I'm going to have to Rabbitohs here. But it would not surprise me if the Raiders did get up. But the Raiders' performances lately haven't really convinced me. So I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs here. I think the Rabbitohs by 12, and anytime try scores. Actually, I'm going to go with 3, and I'm going to go with Alex Johnston, Dane Gagai, and Campbell Graham, South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Oh, Campbell Graham is my pick. Campbell Graham is my anytime try scorer pick for the game. I'm going to give you a bit of a roughie, guys. I reckon Damien Cook might score the first try of the match.
Yeah, that would be an option because Damien Cook definitely could, trouble the players like when he comes out. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad option actually. So I've gone with South Sydney Rabbitohs by 12 points. What are you going?
Yeah, Canberra Raiders by 6.
Yep. So moving on to Friday. Friday night sees the Storm versus the Sharks down at Amy Park in Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne Storm last week probably too, as you say, probably too good for the Warriors on a sick day, but they did still leak 20 points against the Warriors, which is maybe a little bit of a concern there defensively for Melbourne. Coming up against the Sharks now, I think the Sharks, last week I believe I think they did lose last week. If am I right?
Yeah, they lost to the Bulldogs. I was
Yeah, I
at
think
that
they
game
did.
in
I think they
Kogarah,
lost.
18-12.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And that was a huge surprise. I thought the Sharks would get up and beat the Bulldogs there, but yeah, the Bulldogs for good big win for them, first one of the season. But yeah, well, how do you think this game is going to go? I can see it going one
Yeah,
way.
yeah, the Sharks, they always turn up against the Melbourne Storm, and I think this game for maybe 20 minutes could be close, but ultimately the Storm should run away with this. I think I tipped the Storm by about 18, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win it by more than 22, 22, 24, 26, something like that. But I'm going to go with the Storm by 18. I reckon they'll win 30, 34 to 18. I feel like the Sharks attack will put in some points. They obviously got Wade Graham back in the side as well. Sean Johnson and Chad Townsend as a halves combination second week. Obviously, he was only just coming back last week. So Matt Moylan goes to reserves for the game. And that could bring a lot to the Sharks of mine, a bit of a shake up in their lineup. And yeah, I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll put in a better fight. But I think ultimately
Yep.
the Storm will run away with it. But it's funny because based on my prediction, I'm thinking that the Storm it'll be a contest for a bit and they'll be able to control it till the end. And that's something I haven't seen from the Storm all year. The Storm feel like a team that don't know how to win games towards the end, if you know what I mean. Like they get the job done, but they just don't look Melbourne Storm like towards the end this season.
Yeah, at the start of the season, it looked like Melbourne were like, they didn't look that promising, but you can never rule out Melbourne. Like even without Cameron, up still got cousin who's um, Jerome Hughes, absolutely great game against the Warriors last week. Got to admit he carved us up,
Mm.
but I think Melbourne will be too good here. I think Storm. Yeah, I just don't see any other result. I don't know. I don't think the Sharks will coast. I'm going to say Melbourne by 28 points. I think Melbourne will be too good. And yeah, anytime try scorers, I'm going to go with Cameron Munster, Justin Olam, GC Bromwich, and Josh Adokar for my anytime.
Yeah, I reckon Addo Carr's a good pick. I'm going to go with Addo Carr as my anytime try scorer. He hasn't scored too many last year. He got two against the Warriors, so I think he'll get one against Cronulla's right side defence.
Yeah. So moving on to the second game on Friday night, is the Brisbane Broncos versus the Gold Coast Titans down there at Suncorp Stadium. It's a home game for the Brisbane Broncos. Now, what can you say about the Brisbane Broncos? I thought they were, disappointing last week, and Gold Coast Titans, they had a 20 points to 10 lead against the South Sydney Rabbitohs up there on the Gold Coast, and they went down to the Rabbitohs after a big lead. But this game's going to go. I don't see the Broncos.
I think the Broncos will create a contest here. I really do. I think this game will be incredibly high scoring, and we will see that Gold Coast's attack is great, but their defense isn't good. And I don't think this game will help their for and against. I think the Titans will win, but I'm actually going to go Titans by 8, and I'm going to go with the scoreline of 28 points to 20. I think that the Broncos have struggled to score points all year, but some of their best performances have been at home. They put in fantastic performance against Penrith in a loss there. They turned up and played some great footy against the Penrith Panthers, and then you play the Parramatta Eels in Darwin, and I expected a lot more from them if I'm being honest with you. Going into this week, before all I watched last round, I was actually going to tip the Broncos to win this game, but I can't do it. So I'm going to tip the Titans by 8. but I do think that the Broncos will score. Let's say the Broncos will score more than 16 points.
Yeah, I'm going actually same. Actually, I've gone with the Gold Coast Titans by 8 points. I'm gone the exact
Oh, I
same
like it.
margin. Yeah, I'm try scorers. I'm going with Brian Kelly, Anthony Don, and Corey Thompson. Actually, he's been playing well lately. So, yeah, those are
I'm
my
going.
anytime try scorers.
I'm going to Ruffy here, guys. Off the bench, the new recruit for the Gold Coast Titans. I'm going to say that former Newcastle Knight Herman Sasa will score a try. He's around $7.
Ooh, yeah. So Saturday's games. Saturday the 5th of May sees the Penrith Panthers versus the Manly Seagulls down at Carrington Park. This is actually going to be an interesting game. I would have said weeks ago, but Manly found some form lately. I know they've beaten some teams that aren't very good. You know, they're bottom place teams, but Manly found some form, and Tommy Turbo's hit some good performances lately. And you know, this will be a big test for Manly actually then against Penrith. Penrith are the undefeated team at the moment, and yeah, they're showing some great form, and they're welcoming back Coruscant as well. So it's a big in for Penrith. But yeah, how do you think this game will go? I think Penrith will win, but it might be a little bit close than what people are thinking.
I think a lot of people, from what I've seen, and on the NRL.com, when you look at the survey, actually 60% or 48%, so a high number of people are actually tipping the Manly Seagulls to get the job done here. And I'm the complete opposite, guys. I think that the Manly train will come crashing in an accident this week. I don't think it will be Penrith by 30, maybe 20 plus at max, but I think the Penrith Panthers will win 26 points to 10. So I'm going to go with the Panthers by 16. I think they'll be too good for the Manly Seagulls. And it really shocks me that so many people are tipping the Manly Seagulls to win this game. And let's see if you're one of these people, because I think they're crazy.
Look, yeah, unfortunately for Manly fans out there, I know a few Manly fans. Look, I'm gonna tip Penrith here. Yeah, Penrith, but I think it'll be close-ish. I think it'll be a close game, but it wouldn't surprise me if Penrith win by a lot more. But I'm going Penrith Panthers by 4 points. Actually, I think by four, just by four. And
Can I? Oh,
anytime
yeah,
try
go.
scores, I'm going with yeah. Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
go.
I'm going with Tommy Turbo. Yeah, Tommy Turbo, Charlie Staines, Brian To'o, and James Fisher Harris.
Oh, that's a roughie. I'm going with Charlie Staines as well, and I'm chucking in for
Yep.
Manly. I'm pretty certain this fella will cross over. I'm going to go with Brad Parker from the Seagull. I just want to add, guys, if you're watching this, drop a comment with your craziness. Obviously, this Manly train overhyped. Well, there's another train that's a little bit overhyped at the moment, but I'm going to make a prediction right here now. First time you've heard it was on my stream, but the second time you hear it on Warriors NRL Fanatics tipping stream. And that is that in Magic Round, next week the Panthers have the Sharks, and this week they have Manly. I think they win both those games. They currently will be basically 10-0, 10 wins, no losses. The Gold Coast Titans will hand the Penrith Panthers their first loss of the 2021 NRL season. Mark my words, I stick by it.
That's a big call actually, very big bold call from you
Yep.
from yourself. Yeah, you never know. You never know. The Gold Coast Titans could do it because to beat the likes of Penrith, but I'm not sure. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so like I said, I got Penrith to win by 4 points. What do you have in this game? Who do you have by
Uh,
what margin?
Penrith by 16, so 26 to 10, and Charlie Staines and Brad Parker for
Yep.
tries.
All right. So yeah, so going into the second game on a Saturday sees the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs versus your team, the Parramatta Eels, down there at Stadium Australia. Yeah, well, you'll be very happy with Parramatta's performance this season, no doubt. The Bulldogs, what do you think? Yeah, they got a win last week. Do you think this is going to be a straightforward win for your team, the Parramatta Eels, or do you think it'll be a very, very
Um,
tough game?
I think it's going to be a straightforward win for us. I think the side that you've seen that's obviously knocked off Melbourne Storm, Raiders haven't been playing great, but even for the mindset to go down to Canberra and win for the first time in 16 years is going to be a big confidence booster for us. But the big thing for this game, I was talking to the Bulldogs players like Nick Meaney, Kyle Flanagan. They're taking so much confidence right now after getting one win. I said, look, Parramatta are a tough outfit. Do you feel like you can genuinely win next week? And they said, it's not about the winning, it's the fact that now that we've won a game, we have so much confidence and we know that we're capable of winning a game. And that's what scares me. But I think Parramatta will win this by a decent score. I tipped us by 18. I went 30 points to 12. I'll have to have a double check about my try scorers because I don't know if I actually picked one on the channel, but I ultimately think the Eels will run away with it. I won't be attending the game, unfortunately. It is my dad's birthday, so first Eels game I've missed in a long time.
Yeah, I don't see them getting up here. I don't. I just don't see it. You know, they did beat Cronulla last week, but you know, I don't know. Can't read too much into it. Yes, it's a good win for them, but can't read too much into it. So I'm going to go with Parramatta Eels here. I don't think they'll be too good here. Parramatta by probably 16 points. And anytime try score, I've gone with Blake Ferguson and Marco Sivo and Reed Marnie. Actually, I think Reed Marnie might cross over. So those are my anytime try
Oh,
scorers.
I had Reedy last week, and if Reedy scored last week, I would have had like I think it was like $3,000. So he screwed me. I'm gonna go with Murata Niokore, and I'm also gonna go with Bryce Cartwright.
Yep. So going to the next game, this is the last game of Saturday. Sees the Newcastle Knights versus the Sydney Roosters down there at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. I think Newcastle lately have been a little bit disappointing, to be honest. They've had Caleb Pong a couple of weeks ago. He was sick and he delivered them a win there against Cronulla. I think they played Cronulla, and yeah, they only escaped that game. They were lucky to escape that one, and I think Newcastle they have been a little bit up and down lately. They're far too good on Anzac Day against the Dragons. Um, yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts going into this game? How do you think it's going to go? Because I think
With
the Roosters
Newcastle,
should win this one.
with Newcastle, I think they've been
Yep.
inconsistent, but I thought they put in a great performance against the Penrith Panthers. For 65 minutes, I almost argue that they were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
better team, but in the end, they lost. They lost 13 plus, which if you watch the game, I don't know if you watched it, man, but not reflective score at all. This game should have been maybe 16-6, a 10-point win in Penrith's favour, but they ran away with it in the end. As for the Roosters, really nice win at the SCG. A lot of injury. I'm making a prediction that James Tedesco doesn't play. I think Manu will play at fullback, Teddy will be rested or injured, and Joseph Sawali will come into the centres for his debut. I think this will be the game of the round, and I'm predicting it to go to Golden Point. And I think Sam Walker's going to kick a field goal, 23 points to 22.
Yes, I originally did have Tedesco in my try scorers pick, but if Tedesco's not playing, I obviously can't put him in there now. So he's probably not going to play, but like you said, so if he does play, it will be a surprise because he did come off, didn't he? Come off last week
Yeah,
with a
he didn't look
concussion
in a
head
great.
knock.
Well,
This is
after the match, he didn't look
sorry.
like he was in a great state. He's been named in the side, but then again, Ben Hunt was named in the side last week for the Dragons, and obviously didn't come on the field. Not Dylan Edwards, Happy Coruscant was also named in Penrith last week. He didn't come on the field, so I really don't think James Tedesco will play.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Sydney Roosters here. I think they'll win this one by probably. I'm gonna say Roosters 14. Anytime try scorers, I've gone with Daniel Tupou and Joseph Tony, actually.
I'm just thinking of mine now. I'm going to go Anare Tuala for the Knights, and for the Roosters, I'm going to go with Lindsay Collins.
Ooh,
Yep, I'm going to go Lindsay Collins.
yep, interesting. All right, so yeah, I've gone the Roosters by 14. What's the margin you said you're picking for the game, and who?
Roosters by 1 in Golden Point.
Ooh, yeah, it could be. Newcastle could make a bit of a game out of it. So yeah, it'll be. They've got to start getting some better before last week. You know, like you said, they did not too bad against the Penrith Panthers up there at Penrith Stadium. So yeah, so I think Newcastle, they could make it a good game, but I've gone with the Roosters. So yeah, moving on to Sunday, the 2nd of May, sees my team, the New Zealand Warriors, versus the North Queensland Cowboys. So me versus Nick from Australia this weekend. So it's at Central Coast Stadium there. The Warriors last week, I thought we were, at the start we did all right, but from there on, there was always going to be a tough ask against the Melbourne Storm up there in Melbourne. Reece Walsh, I thought, had a great debut, playing at fullback, which was quite interesting. Roger Tuivasa played on the wing, and I wasn't a fan of the option to play Siren in the halves because I didn't think that was the right option. But this week's game, Warriors have put Reece Walsh into the halves, trading Kareem, and Roger's gone back to fullback, which is quite an interesting move. I'm happy with that move. I think our team's much better balanced on paper this weekend. But yeah, what do you think of this game? How do you think this is going to go? Because
I think
it could be a very, very close game.
I think the Warriors have a really good lineup in regards to the team. I think they've definitely fixed up a lot of issues that there were last week. But the thing for me, and the reason unfortunately, man, I can't tip the Warriors is because Melbourne's whole back line scored against the New Zealand Warriors last week, which shows that it wasn't just Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wing, that it was the whole back line of the Warriors letting tries in. And that's really disappointing. And I know it was the Melbourne Storm, but I'm going to mention it. Nico Hines, Addo Carr, Justin Olam, Remus Smith, and George Jennings all scored a try. The whole back five for the Melbourne Storm. And for me, that's why I think I'm being a little bit critical on the Warriors, because obviously 2 weeks ago, one of the best, or if not the best, completion rate in the history of NRL. But the Cowboys are going to take a lot of confidence out of 3 straight wins. The Warriors have a really good, strong, young lineup, and they should compete in this game. But much like the Bulldogs could probably compete with the Eels in people's opinion, I think this game will be a bit of a blowout, and I think the Cowboys will win 32-18. Unfortunately, I think Scott Drinkwater in the halves will have a really big game against the inexperienced Reece Walsh. He's definitely a player with a lot of potential, big future, but I'm going to take Scott Drinkwater for 2 tries, not 1. And I'm going to take a Warriors try scorer that might make you go, what? But I'm going to back it. I reckon Jazz Tavaga will score.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I personally think we can win this game. I've got to have faith in my team. I think we can win this one definitely because I know a lot of people will be tipping the Cowboys and say that because the Cowboys won 3 in a row, which is fair enough. But I think win this one. I reckon Warriors by probably 10 points. Ken Mamalo, I'm going to go with Ken Mamalo, Adam Pompey, and David Fusatua to score at any time during the game. So those are my anytime try scorers.
That's the whole round, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, we've got one more game.
Pretty much all out. So
we've got the the Dragons.
No,
sorry,
yeah.
I was thinking.
There's one more game. Oh, yeah.
It's a snooze fest
One more
that
game,
last
yeah.
game.
Yeah, Dragons and the Tigers down at Wynn Stadium. I don't really much to say about the game, to be honest. I'm just going to say this is pretty and easy. It's for me, it's Dragons all the way. Dragons by probably about, I'm going to say Dragons by 20 points. I think the Tigers just haven't been, just to me, I just haven't been impressed by the Tigers. What do you think? Quick thoughts about this game. What do you think?
I think this will be Zach Lomax's origin audition. I think Zach Lomax will score a try, and I reckon that the Dragons will win 38 points to 10. I think the Tigers, I can't even watch them at the moment. They are absolutely awful. Jake Simpkin had a really good debut against Rabbitoh. They competed against the South Sydney outfits, so
Yep.
it's really confusing as to what's going on with them. Why are they so inconsistent? I think the Tigers, I'm going to make a prediction now. I don't think the Tigers can win more than 5 games in the 2021 season. They are dreadful, and there is a lot to fix up, a lot going on with their coach as well. So, yeah, Dragons by 28.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably not much to say really about the game now. Then, like I said, yeah, I just don't see the Tigers being in this one at all. So, yeah, so I'd like to thank Entertain House for coming on the channel for the tipping video for round 8. So, thanks to Entertain House. It's been a joy to have you on the channel. So please also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well on this channel as well, and go subscribe to Entertain as well. Go check out his content, great there. Go check them out. And is there any last thing you'd like to say before we go?
Mate, thanks for having me on. I really do appreciate it. Everything you do for the Warriors and the club of New Zealand. They've made so many sacrifices over the years, and you've been really behind your team through the good and the bad. So it was a pleasure to come on and see you again in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, when the New Zealand Warriors take on the Parramatta Eels at Magic Round. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm going to the game, so should definitely catch up. And I might get you back on the channel again in a couple of weeks' time for a bit of a preview of the Warriors Parramatta Eels game, which will be a very, very interesting game actually. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, like I said, thanks to Entertain Us for coming on the channel, and don't forget as well to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like the video as well. The goal is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month. So at the moment, the channel's 172, so 472 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So yeah, like I said, thanks to Entertain Us, and I'll see you guys all for the Warriors versus Cowboys live reaction on Sunday afternoon. I'll be doing a live YouTube reaction to that game. So make sure you tune in for that one. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
Perfect. Good stuff.